some advice how we should proceed.
Good afternoon. I pay my deepest tribute to our great teacher, from whom we have learned how to love our motherland, how to love our people, how to dream about our independence and realize that dream, learned how to be courageous, how to sacrifice. He is our great teacher, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. This year we are celebrating his birth centenary, which is a great joy for all of us. Today on this World Teachers Day 2020, when teachers all around the world are leading in the current global crisis and they are reimagining the future, I congratulate and I pay my respects to all of them, including all the teachers who have taught me since my childhood, and especially my mother, who has been a school teacher all her life. We have heard about our great leader, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the nationalization of all our primary schools as almost as the first act after our independence by the state. If we look at our constitution, in our constitution, in Article 17, we express the state's commitment to adopting effective measures for the purpose of establishing an uniform, mass-oriented and universal system of education and extending free and compulsory education to children to such stage as may be determined by law. B, relating education to the needs of society and produce properly trained and motivated citizens to serve those needs, and so on. And we are signatories of various international instruments which recognize education as a human right. We are fully committed to the Sustainable Development Goals, and we believe that SDG 4 is at the core of all the 17 SDGs, and by achieving this single SDG, we can enable all our citizens across the world actually to achieve all the SDGs. Our National Education Policy 2010, we are now at a stage where we are about to start the process of updating it very soon, and we are also working on the Education Act, which has already been finalized. And if we look at the manifestos from the previous, for the last 70 years in our history of our party, Bangladesh Awami League, we see a commitment in all the manifestos to give education highest priority, ensuring education for all, giving access to everyone, emphasizing on technical and vocational education and training for developing human resources, and building a scientifically oriented, knowledge-based society. So in that background, when we talk about education, well, we also must remember what Mandela said. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And we know that the profession that creates all other professions is the profession of teaching. Paramjit ji talked about anytime, anywhere learning, which I think resonates so well with the saying that says, it's the teacher that makes the difference, not the classroom. Teachers encourage minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love. A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others, it is said. Uh, Albert Einstein once said, "It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge." We want our to be uh, teachers to be the artists of this supreme art. So uh, we want our teachers to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Um, Henry Adams said, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." And it is also said that a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. So we want our teachers to be trained properly and become great teachers and keep inspiring our generations of learners. Um, During this COVID crisis, uh, this global crisis, which has created unprecedented disruptions worldwide in the education sector, um, we had to close down our schools since March 16th this year. Uh, and we are happy to share, we have already heard from our Director General and from our teachers some of the initiatives that we have already taken. And we have already learned about our first initiative to hold our classes through the television and continuing our education, which the whole process which has been driven by our teachers. Uh, we have trained over 300,000 teachers on ICT and pedagogy for the last 8 years. And today, during this COVID crisis, these efforts are showing results through our skilled teachers pool, willingly starting online classes by their own means. Already about 67,000 live classes have been recorded through Teachers Portal. Every day teachers are taking online classes, sharing their knowledge with others using this virtual platform. I wholeheartedly congratulate all the teachers who have created such a large educators network, which is known as Teachers Portal, or in Bangla, Shikkok Batayon. This portal has already achieved international awards like WSIS and is ready to be replicated in other countries as well. We do have some challenges in terms of accessibility, use of device, and connectivity in some remote areas. We are trying to figure out the ways and solutions to reach the underprivileged, some of the underprivileged learners with meaningful interventions to minimize these challenges at the earliest. We're trying to find out the learning gap and planning to mitigate that in the next academic year. You know that assessment is a big challenging issue, and therefore we are planning to redesign the assessment system to enhance learning and to assure quality learning. We know that one of the most important aspects of learning today is learning to learn, and so that we can facilitate lifelong learning. Meanwhile, the curriculum revision is also going on, which is focused on the skill-based education, which will also enable our learners to acquire soft skills as well as values, which will make them better human beings. Our learners make them better human beings living in harmony with nature for a sustainable future for humanity. And how can we forget Aristotle, who had said, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. So we are trying to achieve just that. And our people are known for their resilience and for their adaptability. And our teachers have demonstrated, proved it this time round during this crisis, through using new language skills, new technology, in overcoming all the challenges that we have been faced with during this global crisis. So today, let all the teachers have the single vision to ensure quality education and build a better world together. I wish all of you, all the teachers around the world, all the success, and my deepest respects and gratitude to all the teachers around the world today on this day. And I hereby would like to announce the happy inauguration of World Teachers Day 2020 and our Mujib Year celebration. Thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh live forever.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We are very lucky that we have such an education minister. She always inspires her with her eloquent speech, enlighten us with her knowledgeable mind, and motivate us with her patriotic zeal. Always. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.